Hey guys, today we are going to make our own dream catchers. So we've done this at Hillview and Mount Washington before and we really enjoyed doing it. These aren't the traditional ones. If you all research, you can find out a lot more about the traditional ones, and I hope you all do. But to start out with, for these, you are going to need to grab some embroidery hoops. You can do shapes, you can do different things. I did embroidery hoops because they are cheaper, but you can do different materials. Also grab embroidery floss. This is one that's been done with embroidery floss. You can do yarn. The yarn is going to go a lot quicker, so great for younger kids or anybody else who just might not have the patience. You can also do things I've seen like suede. You can do suede. Also, you can do beads. You can do wood beads. You can do pony beads like these, which are just cheap ones. You can add charms on for a little something extra, and of course, feathers. To start with, you're going to need to grab your hoop or whatever shape you're working with. I'm just going to refer to it as a hoop from now on, just to make it a little bit easier. Grab your embroidery floss and your scissors. So I'm going to start out by tying a knot with the floss onto my hoop. This is going to be your center design. So whatever color you want to be in the middle, this is what you want to do. Make sure you get a lot of your yarn or your embroidery floss, because this is something you're going to want to be able to do in one thing. You don't want to have to be adding more to it. You can, but it's not going to look as cool. So I'm going to start with a flower design, and you can see that you really need to make sure you secure that knot. I did not secure it well enough, so I'm retying the knot. If you wind up your floss, it'll just make it easier to manipulate it as you're going along. You won't have such a bulky thing in your hand trying to fit it through some tight spaces. Okay, so you're just gonna put a section of it over top of your hoop, and then you're gonna pull that extra floss through. So you're gonna put it under the hoop, pull that through the hole. Go again to the next part. Try to do equal distances. Just put under the hoop, pull your floss through the hole between your floss and the hoop. And you're going to do it around. I think this one I had like 5 or 6. The first one I did, I had 9, and it was way too small. So make sure you're giving yourself space, because we're going to do the same thing over in the next section. So we're going to keep going all the way around our hoop. Okay, for the next part, we're going to do the same exact thing, but instead of doing it on our hoop, we're just going to do it over the floss. So you're going to hold it up where you can put it over top of the floss, and you're going to push it over, and then just pull it through this hole between the two flosses. And you're going to keep doing that. Try to make sure you are in the center where you're doing it. And if you like mess up, like if it's not perfectly center, any step of this, you can just move it, slide it. Just make sure it's tight when you're done sliding it and adjusting it. So you're just going to keep doing that around, and you can do that as many times as you want. So for the next part, we're going to do the outer part of the ring. So again, I'm just tying another knot around the ring to give me my start. And then I am going to take the floss, and I'm going to start pulling it out. And again, you're going to want a lot, because you're going to want to go around. If you have to stop on this one, like if you don't have enough, it's going to be easier for you to just tie a knot and then tie a knot again and keep going around. Okay guys, so what we're doing here is we are just taking our embroidery floss and we are wrapping it around the hoop. So you just keep wrapping it, and then you're going to make sure that you kind of can push it down a little bit and then make it really tight. That way you're going to not see the hoop come through. It just gives it a cooler effect. And you're just going to do this all the way around it, and that'll be the outside. And while we're doing this too, it's a great time to dive into another culture, find out some more about Native American cultures, why they have dream catchers. It's just a really cool opportunity to start learning more about other cultures. But we're just going to keep going. And this does take a while, and that's okay. The yarn would go faster, other materials might go faster, but I really like the way the embroidery floss looks. And It's completely up to you on how long you all spend doing it, and you don't have to do it all in one setting either. Okay, for this next part, you're just going to grab your embroidery floss. You're going to cut 2 long pieces, one of each color, and you're going to fold those in half. And you are going to take your floss and you're just going to fold it over your hoop, and then you're going to pull it through that little hole you created, and that is going to be your knot. And then for this next part, we're going to make the same knots. If you could tell, that's the spiral design that's going to be made. And I learned that from friendship bracelets. You can learn several different ways you can do it. That's up to you. You could even just leave them hanging like that. This is where I selected to put my beads onto, is the bottom of these. So that's up to you. You can also put it up in the top design. But we're doing the same knot. So you're going to take it and you're going to put one piece over the others, put it down underneath, pull it through the 2. Just pull it through the hole. And you're going to keep doing that, and you do it for as long as you want. And it's going to create a cool little spiral, and then just change out your colors to give you a different effect. You can do it multiple colors, you can do it all one color. That again is completely up to you, and I can't wait to see how you all choose to do them. And like I said, at the bottom of these, I just tie on the feathers. I tied on my charm on the bottom, but again, you can put it up top in the cool design. All of this stuff is up to you and how you want to do it. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. Enjoy, and I hope to see really cool designs. Make sure you all Google some designs and let me know what works for you all. Bye, guys.